I would not be sitting in front of you right now if I didn't start doing this type of meditation. I have found this to be incredibly helpful, and I want to share this with you. And if I had not done this meditation, or if I had not done meditation in general, I would not have had the courage to do it. I would have had self-limiting beliefs. Well, why would I do it? And the key to this too is that it helps me get into this heart space where I let go of outcomes and I just enjoy the process. I genuinely just want to do this. I genuinely just want to share this information with you because I'm passionate about it. I don't know that I'm going to get millions of views and get, a big gold plaque from YouTube. I doubt that's going to happen, and I don't care. When I do this meditation, I just think, do I want to share this information? My intention is to share and be of service. So if I did this meditation and I said, my intention is to share and be of service to whoever wants to listen about meditation and mindfulness and performance and leadership. So I could come up with a million reasons why I shouldn't do that. But I'd sit down in my chair and I do this meditation and I let go of all those reasons and I just do it because it's who I want to be. It's how I want to show up. So for this week's midweek meditation, we're going to talk about body part induction plus a mantra or intention meditation. So I kind of combine these two in my personal practice. The body induction technique that I use is based off a book from Dr. Joe Dispenza called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I was introduced to Dr. Joe on the Aubrey Marcus Podcast, and this was an absolute game changer for me in terms of my meditation practice and me actually believing in meditation. Up until that point, I knew it was helping me, but I was kind of afraid to out myself as a meditator. Here I am, a lacrosse coach, pretty jockey guy, a guy's guy, but I'm doing these meditations and I knew they were working for me, but I really didn't talk to many people about it. I just was doing them on my own. This was a game changer because Dr. Joe brought in the science of meditation, and that's where I started to really believe, okay, there's something bigger happening here, and I need to share this, and I need to do it more and more. So I think there are 4 key points that they talked about on the podcast that I think they're like the basis of buying into this type of meditation. The first is the idea of brainwaves and measuring brainwaves. So at Dr. Joe Dispenza's events and conferences, and he has them all over the world at really beautiful, tropical, and amazing international locations. They measure the brainwaves of their participants while they're meditating, and they find that there's amazing results. There are 4 different types of brainwaves that they measure: beta, alpha, theta, and delta. So at the very lowest level, just to keep it simple, the beta waves are your doing waves. You're busy, you're knocking things off your to-do list, you're going, you're doing. You're usually in a beta state when you're in that mode. The alpha state would be more like relaxed state, imagery, visuals, self-introspection, perhaps some daydreaming. That would be like an alpha wave state. The theta waves are between being awake and sleep, and it's more of like a deep meditative state. So ideas flow and creativity flows. So it's kind of like an altered state. Some people might get there through other means, right? Through cannabis or other ways to get into this altered, more creative and introspective state. And the 4th state is the delta wave state, which is the unconscious or a very deep sleep. And the fact that he was measuring these and able to see how people's brain waves change during meditation, again, that was a game changer to me. And the different types of meditation and different types of techniques brought out different brain waves and then brought out different results, different feelings in the body. That's when all this meditation stuff really started to make sense to me. The second thing that I think is a precursor to buying into this type of meditation is that you have to believe that we are a product of our thoughts, both subconscious and conscious thoughts. And that ties into the third part, which is by becoming aware of those thoughts and then changing those thoughts, we can then change our reality. And the 4th concept that I think is key to buying in and to believing in this type of meditation is believing that there's a universal energy and vibration that we connect to through our thoughts. And that's where he brings in the quantum field, which introduces a little bit of quantum physics, but don't be alarmed, we're not going there today. It goes back to the basic concept that our subjective mind has an effect on our objective world. So like I said, our thoughts become our reality. Okay, so if you can get down with those 4 key points, I think you could be open to some really big changes in your life by doing body induction and mantra-based meditations. So what is a body induction? It's a technique that allows you to focus on each part of the body in space, in relative to space, and it's usually guided. It could be done on your own if you have that awareness, if you've done it enough. I can do my own without any guiding because I've done them a bunch of times. There are other techniques that start with water rising from the floor and then coming up above your head. I don't do that because that makes me think of drowning and induces a little bit of panic, so I don't want to induce panic. So why is it desirable to focus on the body? Well, boiled down to its lowest level, meditation is retraining focus, retraining attention, retraining awareness. But we want to do that in a non-analytical way. We don't want to just go from one ruminating thought to the next ruminating thought. We want to get to a point of alpha, or a better yet, theta wave, where we are just not considering what we're going to do next, how we're going to do it, and da-da-da-da-da. We're in an introspective state. So it's okay to have thoughts while we're meditating, but one thing we are doing is we're retraining our focus to stay out of that rumination and that obsessive thinking. So essentially, we're shutting down the analytical mind by forcing you into a sensing and feeling mode. Feeling and sensing are the languages of the body. So by getting in touch with the body and what's happening in the body, we get out of the analytical mind. So this type of meditation will help you rewire your subconscious thoughts, your implicit messaging, as well as your conscious thoughts. We all have these biases and thought patterns that hold us back, and we can change them. So I really like the body induction as a physiological reset to your day, or a conscious refocus. So I use the induction plus a mantra or an intention for my future self. Let's talk quickly about the mantra. You could keep it really simple and just say, I am, and then one word. Choose one word that you would use to describe your best self, or something that you're working on, like being more patient or grateful. Or you could say whatever you think your grandmother might say about you, or your best friends. Something that describes you at your core when you are your best. Next, after quieting the mind and focusing on the body and its position in space, you become aware of the idea that you are just a meat suit. You are just a bag of bones, and we get to create our reality. And from this kind of level of serenity, that's when we start the mantra. That's when you repeat what you want to manifest and what you want as how you want to show up as your best self. And you could say it out loud or to yourself. And if you wish, you can even rant about all the ways that you are that thing. Oh, so for example, if you use gratitude, I'm grateful for this. Or I'm abundant because I have this. So I highly suggest this for you at any time, but particularly if you could adopt it as a daily or at least a weekly practice, I think you'd find some really good results. If you have any other suggestions for different types of meditations that you either have tried and struggled with or have questions about, or if you just have questions about this meditation, whatever it is, let me know. Until then, we'll be back next week for another midweek meditation message. And thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I love you. Goodbye.